For the first time in a long time, Global has no idea what's next, so let's speculate. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the Springtime Dokkan campaign. That is the campaign for the Dokkan Festival in Yamcha, and we're going to try to figure out what is happening for Part 2 and what it could mean for the future of Global Dokkan, because I have a couple big theories, and one is that Global might actually be trying to close the gap between itself and JP. So let's go ahead, let's first off make sure we are on the same page for when the Part 2 is starting. The easiest way to figure that out is to look at the Dragonstone sales and the Elder Kai banners. These are always good indicators for when a new banner is coming. So on Thursday 4/13 at 8:30 p.m. the Elder Kai banner leaves, and 30 minutes prior to that the stone sales end. So sometime within 24 hours of that moment we should see a Part 2 and a new banner. They don't usually like to leave these gone for too long before putting up a new one, and Global always puts up new banners whenever there is a new stone sales whenever there is a new banner, even if it's just a small stone sale like this here. So the question is, what could happen on, at that point, should be the 14th? Well, I have a couple of theories, and the first biggest theory, and this is like wild, craziest possibility, and it's that they could actually be trying to close the gap, and we might get a second Dokkan Festival this month, being the Dokkan Festival Super 17. Between these guys and the Kale, those are the only two Dokkan festivals that Global is missing from JP, right? The only other one is the AGL Kale. Now, I don't think they'll bring her next. I think she will probably be June if they pull ahead and move these guys forward. So I do think it's a very, very strong possibility, because Global Dokkan, given that New Year's happened the way it happened with the shared celebration for the Gohan and Piccolo, I think it's a very strong likelihood that Global is moving to make a more streamlined timeline to that of the JP, so that way there's only a month or two difference between the two versions, and moving 17 forward and moving Kale forward to June absolutely does this, because at that point the next banner after these guys would be Golden Week, then Kale, then Anniversary, then we could share August Celebration and share everything from that point forward. And at that point forward, the only difference in our versions is our anniversaries. Who knows how they'll handle that, but I think at that point, the versions will be almost synced, which is ultimately good for the game. There's no more kind of messing around with the timelines, no more units getting pushed way out of the way to the point where they lose a lot of their hype, like the Resurrection of F Blues, for example, right? Or the Golden Frieza, who released way after his initial release, not even really seen as paired with the unit that he was released with. So moving these guys forward could really, really help get the two versions streamlined. So I think this is one very strong possibility of happening. Now, if this is not what happens, the other likely option is that we get a rerun of a previous banner, or some amalgamation of a silly top legendary summon, right? If we look at the previous year's April banner, this was the Dual Dokkan Fest for the Kid Buu and the Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We ended up getting, on the 13th, again, a top legendary summon for LR Jiren and Golden Frieza. I think the reason these were chosen is because they are on the Battle of Fate, which these two guys lead, right? So more than likely that is why that was chosen. So we could see, if they decide to do this, we could see a top legendary summon on Global for a either Saiyan Saga or a Turtle School banner. I doubt Turtle School will be the one, so my likely, or I'm sorry, Earthbred Fighters, not Turtle School. Turtle School is Yamcha's secondary. It could either be Earthbred Fighters or a Saiyan Saga. Now, if they go Saiyan Saga, they could actually just rerun this banner here, right? Swap out the Turles for, like, Kaio, since we have the new format, right? If they decide to make it a top legendary summon, you could swap out the Turles here for Kaioken Goku and Grade 8 Vegeta, and you've got yourself an Earthbred Fighters Saiyan Saga top legendary summon that would fit under Yamcha's lead. So I could totally see this happening as the top legendary summon. Basically a new summon with Goku Piccolo, the Int Goku Piccolo, and then Kaioken Goku. Where is he? Is he even? No, this because this was before him, right? So here we go. If we go to the Divine Dragon Carnival I have up here, you can see him, right? So the Kaioken Goku or the Grade 8 Vegeta. I could totally see them doing that since it would kind of match with Yamcha's. Another strong possibility, since I have this up, is they could really try to tempt global players right before Golden Week or those that are saving for Anniversary and throw in a double rates banner here. I think that's an unlikely scenario, but it's possible it could happen. Anything can happen, really, because again, we have no idea what could happen, but you know, double raids is always a possibility if they really want to get you to summon. Who knows? The final theory I had is that we could be seeing a brand new global first LR for part 2. So if it's not the 17, if it's not a rerun of of a top legendary summon, it could be a global first. Now, who could that global first be? Well, again, as I said in a previous video, if we do end up getting a global first, I would like it to be some Earthling or some Earthbred Fighters that would fit under Yamcha's leader skills. And my 2 top contenders for that in the video that I did previously, which I'll link down below, were a Krillin and a Tenshinhan, but I don't think that that is likely. In fact, I noticed that a lot of people have pointed out that we are getting new SBR stages here in a couple of days, right? Specifically the Space Traveling Warrior stage. And what I have noticed, and many others have noticed, is whenever a new Super Battle Road stage specifically drops, it is often in some way or another connected to a character that is releasing in one way or another. You think back to last year's Golden Week when we got the Android Cell Saga stage. It's kind of the same deal, right? And even then, right, when we got a lot of the previous stages before this, there was always some sort of unit that was just released that could somehow compete in the new event. I think the only exception was like the Great Ape Power, but then again, the Heroes units had just released not too long before that. So, you know, I do think that there is some validity to that. So if that's the case, and our new global first LR is someone on Space Traveling Warriors, that does beg the question for who, because none of them would fit with the current Yamcha theme unless it's like a Pan or something, or like GT Trunks. Like, it would have to be someone from GT because they're the only Earthbred Fighters that would be on Space Traveling Warriors, unless it is an Extreme Class LR, which I'm not entirely opposed to. We could be getting a brand new LR Bojack. It's possible. Unlikely, but possible, but the N1 did just EZA, and it was a random EZA. Having him be powered up by a new full-power Bojack might actually be exactly what the character needed. But that would be an odd choice for a Global First, but it's not the first time we've done an extreme Global First, right? Remember, Tech Hit was a Global First as well. Another option could be a new baby card, right? We could get a new standalone cooler, a new, not a final form cooler, but like base form cooler. We could see, that's pretty much it, actually. Bojacks, unless we get another Vegeta, but I doubt it would be a Vegeta. I doubt we get another LR Turles. There aren't really many other options that are currently available that haven't already received the similar treatment for I mean, unless we go with an LR Raditz to make up for Fizz Raditz, that would be the only options I could think of. Maybe a new LR Ginyu to fit on to help out Captain Ginyu. But I do kind of think while the pattern is there, I don't think that is the likely scenario, just given that there aren't too many choices that haven't already been taken care of by a good Dokkan Fest or previous LRs without redoing an old LR, which isn't out of the realm of possibility. I do think what is more likely is to see someone maybe under Yamcha's, one of Yamcha's leader skill, and the biggest help for Yamcha would actually be getting somebody that would fit under Turtle's School, his sub-lead, simply because we would want a Turtle School character that has the Turtle School link. So there are only a few characters that would actually benefit from that could be an LR, right? So let's click on the Roshi here and let's take it over. So let's see, he should have the Turtle School link. Brainiac Turtle School, here it is. So let's take a look at the link here. So all of these characters have the Turtle School link. So these characters are characters you want to buff up Yamcha, because Yamcha gets a lot of help from having that link active. So like I said before, one of my strongest possibilities for a part 2 would be a new LR Krillin. Could be from Saiyan Saga, but it doesn't have to be because of the way Yamcha's leader skill works. But if we got a new Krillin, he would fall under Turtle School, and he would have the link. So that would be very, very helpful. Could also be a LR Master Roshi. We don't have a summonable one, so that's always an option. There's also the possibility, right? We are doing the April Fool's celebration at the same time as this Yamcha celebration, and the theme was... right? The theme was Goku, Krillin, and Roshi doing fishing. So, possible we finally get the LR, Roshi, Krillin, and Goku that we've always wanted. Maybe it is a Turtle School lead for 150% since it would be a yellow coin LR. And this could be what we... could be the part 2 LR. Who knows? There's so many different possibilities because, again, for the first time in a long time, we have no idea what's coming next. But whatever it is, it's bound to be good, right? No, there's a silver lining no matter what it is. If it's 17, right, boom, we've got Global being more synced with JP, which a lot of people have been asking for, so there's a win there, right? If it's a rerun of a top legendary summon, great, nobody needs to summon, you can save your Dragon Stones. If it's a brand new Global First LR, great news, it's a Global First LR, and if you got the stones to summon, boom, you can summon, right? There's so many silver linings here, and the fact that we are in a situation where we have no idea what's next, I think is really, really, it's a really fun place to be in on Global for me, because I like kind of talking about and speculating with you guys what we could see. So, anyways, guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what do you think is happening on Thursday when we get the news for part 2? Are we seeing a Global First? Are we seeing the Super 17 teaser? Are we seeing possibly a rerun of a top legendary summon? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Me personally, I want the 17, because the sooner I can get my hands on that card, the better, because I love that card personally. But would love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.